away on his cushion. Oh, wait, let's check the sound first. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Here we go. Gerry on a cushion. My little prince. He's found his place. He's saying about getting him a throne. He doesn't need one. Look, he's made one himself. How are you doing, Carl? How's it going? Morning, Nick. How you doing? Gerry boy. Gerry boy. Morning, Kai. How's it going? Look at this boy. He's found a comfortable place to sit. Should I come round to you, Gerry, or is that going to make you move? You going to stay there? There we go. Hello. Xenoblade 3 DLC came out. The new character's voice hurts my ears so much. Oh no! Is it like a can you pick up the cushion when he does that? No, I don't think he'd like that. I think he would panic. Morning, Valen. Pretty alright. The mug should be coming after the stream. Nice. Just so you know, someone's mug did arrive broken. But, oh my gosh, my voice broke as I said it. Broken. But they got in touch with the customer services and they sent another one out. So don't panic if it is. You can get another one. Morning, Palin. Morning, Limewood. How are you both? Imagine a cutesy, high-pitched anime voice, but higher-pitched. Oh, geez. Morning, Kaino. Morning, Maxwell and Cobalt. Morning, Kinetic. Hello. My Gerry boy. Morning, Sophia. Good morning, Anna. Morning, Boot. Morning, Rob and Panda and Emma and Ghostly and Chris and Minion and Addy. How you all doing? Good morning, Vamp. It is the boy. It's the cushion. Oh, the cushion's got Gerry warm. I love when things get bunny warm. Like if they've been sat there for a while and then they move. You just feel this little bunny warmth. Morning, Bubble. Morning, Goblin. Good morning, Mundy. And Melba. Good morning. Morning, Molly. Oh my gosh, hello, Gerry boy. Oh, look, I can be like a supervillain. Mr. Bund, I've been expecting you. Thank you, Gerry. Morning, Dave. Morning, Potato. I'm sat in an airport waiting for them to announce my gate. Oh, fingers crossed you won't be waiting long. Morning, Chewy. Morning, Sarah. Where's Fifi? She was under the table a little while ago, but she's gone off somewhere, hasn't she, boy? I might have a little cold and a small wound inside my nostril. Oh no! Oh, that's so irritating. Nose things. It's like if your nose gets dry when you've got a cold and you're just like, ugh. It's like mouth ulcers. They're so tiny, but they're so annoying. Fifi's gone. Oh, he's back on his cushion. There you go. Well done, Gerry boy. Is this your new favourite place? I have con flu. Oh, no. Oh, I did see your tweet yesterday with the doggos. Morning, Annie. Oh, I just heard her. Oh, hello. You want to come up too, Fifi? You're so tired and still in bed, so I might fall asleep. Ah, you stay nice and cozy. He do potat. Have to wait another hour. Oh, no. Oh, no. So many kisses this morning already. Thank you, buddies. Oh, you have one doggo on each foot at the moment. Ah, keeping your feet nice and warm. That's good. Gerry. Ever since we moved the sofa, he seems a lot happier to be up here. I wonder why. I wonder if it's because, like, the living room's more enclosed, so there's, like, less space that he has to watch out for or something when he's up here. Or if he's, I don't know, maybe he just forgot the sofa was here and now it's moved. He's like, oh, what's this? Fifi. Morning, Limbo. Oh, look at him. I feel sleepy because I woke up at 8 because I needed to call the doctor. And it said that the doctor's opened at 8. So I called them up then, and then the first thing I heard was, our phone line's open at 8:30. And I was like, oh. So I went back to sleep. I just immediately put on an 8:30 alarm, went back to sleep. And woke up again. But I think because I gave myself like disrupted sleep, I probably felt worse than if I had just got up then. Hey, oh my gosh, one of those went flying all the way across the room. Over next to the duck. Morning, Tom. Morning, Ginger. You're meant to call yours between 10 and 11. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, a little pellet for the duck. We somehow got turned around. Let me turn you back around. There we go. There we go. I have a feeling I had a bad dream as well. I think I got woken up in... You called yours at 8:32. Oh my god. We're all calling them. Yeah, I was... I think I woke up in the middle of the night having had like a not good dream, but I can't remember what it was. Want to see your GP about the beta blockers, but I have to wait. Can you not see another one whilst they're off? With our doctors, you just sort of see anyone who's, like, I don't have a specific one. I have had the last few times, but usually it's just like whoever's there. My doctor only accepts calls between 10 and 12, and you have to fill an online form to get permission first. We're sorry for non-tech folk. Yeah, on the call to mine, the like bit before they put you through, there's always like a bit that says like, oh, all of our services are now online. I'm just like, no, I like talking to people. You just feel like something's getting done when you talk to a person. Whereas online, you send it off and you're like, did they get it? Did it go through? I had a stressful dream and woke up with my pillow escaping down the back of my bed. Oh no. Good morning, Bennett. Morning, Azul. Good morning, bees. I have a specific one for my mental health, but anything else is random. Why do their pellets look like large chocolate sprinkles? Morning, Ian. Morning, Sam. Good morning, Polly. I guess they do. It's just that the bunnies are actually really tiny. These are standard chocolate sprinkles. Look at them. Are you aware the cool things happening in WWE too? I reluctantly watched Extreme Rules and it was pretty okay. I watched, I watched Edge's one with, it was someone I didn't know, I can't remember their name, but we watched that with dinner yesterday. I prefer filling in the form online. Then the specialist brings me back, which is how I discovered that my doctor has a clinical psychologist. I guess it's good to have different options, because obviously some people, I know some, like one of my friends absolutely hates phone calls, like gets proper dread if having to use the phone for actual phone calls. So it's good that there's different options. How long have you had the bunnies for? Morning, Nico. Gerry, we've now had for 6 years. It was when would it have been? October the 8th, I think, was 6 years since we got him. And then Fifi, we've had for 3 years now. But he's still a little baby. He is. He is. But before that, I mean, bunnies in general, we've had for... When did we get Genevieve? Well, I guess actually we only really got Genevieve like half a year before we got Gerry. So yeah, 6.5 years we've had bunnies for. And yet he's only 2. Phone fair is the reason I don't have a new bathroom yet. 6 months in the phone call stage. Oh no. Yeah, 3 years since we got Fifi. It was 3 years on, I want to say September 14th. Morning, Hansan. Morning, Megalomaniac. I had a childhood bunny called Thumper, as all childhood bunnies were. But I did everything wrong with him. Like, I look back now. Now I know more about bunnies. Because back in my day, the only choice you had was to, like, you'd get a book out on bunnies from the library, and that would be all the knowledge that you could have. You just had to trust the pet shops that they knew what they were doing. So we fed him, like, all the wrong food, and he lived free roam in the garden. Because we got a hutch, and which obviously I know is horrendous now, but we got a hutch, and then we brought him home. And we tried to put him in the hutch, and he wouldn't get in. So we were just like, oh, well, he doesn't want to be in a hutch. We'll just let him have the entire garden. So he just had the entire garden. And we lived, like, I grew up next to a wood. So he must have spent his nights, like, fending off foxes and cats and magpies and and just everything else that was getting into the garden. But still, he lived for, like, 9 years. He was a very hardy bunny. He was a Netherland dwarf. Magpies, the magpies were the worst, because cats he would charge at and he would see them off. Morning, Rossavo. Whereas magpies, they would just tease him. Like, you would see magpies, like, swoop down and peck at him, and I used to run out into the garden and be like, go away. But yeah, he couldn't really get away from those. So I think he slept behind our shed. So yeah, poor little bunny. And so we fed him the wrong food, because in those days the only food you could get was, like, the muesli food. Oh, Gerry. He was in the wrong sort of conditions. He stayed out all year round. We brought him in one winter, and then he just chewed through all the cables and ate part of my dad's puzzle. So my dad was like, no, next winter he's staying outside. I redeemed a treat earlier. Yes. I'll give it a little bit, as they've just had their breakfast, and then they can have their treat. Cavish, thank you very much for the 25 months. And the smoosh. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Oh, I have an alert on my phone. Wait, okay, ignore this. I'm just going to see if I can play this. Oh, I can't actually see. Did anyone see what that actually said? I ordered 2 things off of my own store yesterday, and I wasn't sure if I'd set up the alerts right. But it just, fourth world contributor donated. Oh, so it doesn't actually say who it is. It just says, huh. Well, there you go. There you go. I ordered some things I made Alex and I t-shirts as part of our Halloween costume, and I just thought, oh, I can get them at cost. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have put my name anywhere, would I? That must be it. I'm breaking the fourth wall contributor. I am. I remember the Gerber library bit, so they had to live in pairs, and my mum was like, no, you're getting one and that's it. Yeah, it's like the typical thing, the reason we had a bunny was because my auntie got 2 bunnies, and she thought she'd got a boy and a girl, which in hindsight would have been worse, because then she would have ended up with Pregnante bunny. But it turned out they were 2 boys, and they obviously were both unneutered, and they hit a certain age, and the bigger bunny started beating my bunny up every day. So she, morning Ffion, morning Anhul. So she was like, do you want a bunny? So the two bunnies just lived separately, which looking back is horrible that he didn't have a friend all his life. But so we just got this little boy bunny. And yeah, I never knew what happened to him because he just disappeared one day. And we never found out. I think we had like workmen round working on the fence, and I guess one of them just left it open and he got out. But yeah. Can a bun live safely with 3 playful little doggos? It's the way I would describe it is basically imagine if you lived with someone who you were both friendly, but you don't speak the same language. That's sort of how I see it if a bunny doesn't have another bunny for company. Because although they sort of can get along theoretically with cats and dogs if the introductions are right and the temperaments are right, they never fully understand each other. So it is better for them to have another bunny for company because they get each other. They'll speak each other's language and they know, then they'll understand each other's wants and needs and stuff like that. I just woke up from a dream where you raided Ozzy as she was banning anyone who called her Rosie. Oh no. Oh no. Our childhood bunnies were believed to be a pair of sisters until one sister started humping the other one and got a brigante. It's a very common story. It's better to have a pair of bunnies, yeah. Because, oh, you made me jump, Gerry, with your little snuff. Yeah, because they speak each other's languages. Because I remember a lot of people, when I was little, would do the old, have a rabbit and a guinea pig. And now I know how bad that is. Looking back, I'm just like, oh, it's amazing. Nothing went wrong. I'm waiting for the 2 doggos to understand each other because it's like they're 2 different species at the moment. Aww. Morning, Drew. How you doing? But yeah, he was a very lovely bunny. I've got a few pictures of him that I took when I got my first camera. And they're mostly blurred or with the flash on and terrible angles, but he was very lovely. You can sex bunnies, but they tend to need to be at a certain age, and for a while there is a lot of could go either way. Yeah, when they're small. And the thing with bunnies is that bunnies are ready to start making other bunnies very soon. Funny story about that, actually. So this book that I got out from the library when I got my bunny, and I was like, I'm going to learn about bunnies. What do you mean by... So when you... Morning, Weathers. It's, I guess that does sound like an odd phrase, but if you're going to tell the if a bunny is a boy or a girl or any sort of animal, it's called sexing. But that obviously sounds very strange. But chastity belts for all buns until they're old enough. Yes, that would help a lot of disasters. But I got this book out from the library when I had my bunny, and I took it into primary school. And this was back in the day when you would have reading time and your teacher would assess your reading level. So one by one, we were getting called up to the teacher's desk to read aloud to them so they could assess how our reading was coming along. And I finished one chapter of the book, and then the teacher calls me up. And when I get to the desk, it just so happens that the next chapter is on how to sex bunnies. And I had to read out the line to my teacher as like how old would I have been? Like 9 or something. I had to read out the sentence, just pick up your boy carefully and the penis should just pop out. And I was just there like, part of me, there's 2 wolves inside of me. One of them wants to get a good reading level and prove I can say the words. The other part doesn't want to read this next sentence. It was a difficult one. But yeah, I think that sentence is forever just burned into my brain. Dear oh dear. It was around those ways you can quickly do it. Oh, test on swabs. Oh, I did get a good reading level. I got to be in a reading group that I then got told off in because I refused to read out the word bloody. Because there was something about like, oh, he dragged his bloody leg, and I was like, I'm not reading a swear word. I thought the reading teacher was trying to trick me into saying a swear word so I'd be in trouble, so I wouldn't say it. And also the humiliation of accidentally saying the winding staircase. She went up the winding staircase. Like, no, it was winding staircase. I was like, oh. Oh no. But yeah, it windy. It was a winding staircase. Punched you in the tummy as you went up. Heckin' winding. It was. Morning, Teal. I feel like I've lost Fifi again. Can I see her anywhere? Oh, no, I can see a tiny slither of her through the chairs. I do have the childhood trauma of saying words out loud that I had only ever read. Yeah. You don't know. It's such a gamble. It's like we get it in the book club sometimes when, like we've been, reading like fantasy books typically, and you don't want to be the first person to say the name of a character in case everyone else read it differently. You're just like, the fella with the sword, fella with the kingdom. That was one of the nice things. Oh, yeah, true. That's where the audiobook listeners come in. That's where it was nice with the Mythos books, when at the beginning Stephen Fry was like, we don't really know how they were said, so say them however you like. And you're like, oh, thank you. Why is ballot spelled like that? And why did Mum laugh when I read the word Buffett out loud? We tell them the spelling, they tell us the pronunciation. Yeah. In the mushroom book I'm reading, I learned that lichen. Lichen. Yeah. How's Jerry's coat this morning? It's very cozy. It is very cozy. If I'm reading a name I can't pronounce, they are just... Yeah, I do that. I just mumble the name in my head for the rest of it. I'll just be like, and then mighty predator stood atop her mighty dragon. That's true. I guess you can have like a bit more of a stab in the dark with a stab in the not so dark with Greek. But yeah, I think he just didn't want people to feel held back by the sheer number of names that you suddenly have to learn. Hello. I mean, I never got the Hermione thing. I always knew, I guess because it's sort of, I always read it to rhyme with my name, so I never really, I didn't think about it. But I guess it was a 50-50. Testicles and tubercles. Thank you, Gerry, for the kisses. Look at him. I realised that I spelt the stream title wrong yesterday. I didn't even notice. It was only when did I notice? Oh yeah, when I went to change it for the afternoon one and I was like, oops. Morning, cow. Thinking about it. Oh my gosh, Monday, yeah, I found out about that the other day. I was looking up about Kellerborn and it said like his original name was Telly Porno and I was like, what? No, that's not a good name. Just sounds like something you'd see charged on a hotel itemized bill. So yeah, I'm glad that didn't end up being the name that gets used. Thank you, Gerry. For the smooshes. Only get it after 11 p.m. Yeah. Is that on your hotel bill after the wedding? No, we didn't even check if the TV turned on. Because we hung out in Mark and Nina's room the night before the wedding, and then on the morning of the wedding, we watched wrestling in Trot's room, so we never had to use our TV. You're just using other people's. It's like how Tiffany is a medieval name, but people change it because it sounds too modern. Yeah. It is funny how there was something recently. Oh, what was it? There was some like historical thing I was reading about, and there was like a really modern sounding name in it, and I was like, what? Recently? I can't think what it was. No, it's escaped me. It has escaped me. Oh. It's funny how names sort of make their cycles. Like, there are names that, like, we think of as being like, those are like grandmotherly names. But obviously at the time, they were like the young, hip names to have, and grandmas then probably had very different names. So it's just like, it's weird thinking about if you had a baby and you called them like Ethel or something. Like Gertrude. You can't imagine them being like, but like a little baby name, little baby Ruth. Yeah. But I think a lot of those names are making a comeback. Like there was a time a few years ago when the names like flower names started coming back around. So the ones that were popular in Victorian times, sort of like Poppy and Lily. I think they've made a bit of a comeback. But there's nothing wrong with Ethel. I always had a very confusing Ethel in my life, because do you ever have one of those people who is like, I always called her Auntie Ethel, and then it turned out she was actually just like a friend of my nan's. You're just like, wait, how does she fit into the family tree? And they're just like, oh no, she doesn't. Just call her Auntie, and you're like, okay. But yeah, it's just funny because Lewis was saying, I can't remember what they were. Lewis was saying the other day what the most like popular boys' names had been this year, and there are a few sort of older, what we think of as being older names that were making a comeback. Gonna call your child Shrub. Good strong name, Shrub. Plob. And someone said, Bob's your uncle. I retorted, yes, he is. And Mum just went, Aw. Lilies and Lunas. It's like, I like the name Evelyn, but that's sort of like the old lady name in Stardew. I was talking to Alex about Stardew yesterday, because I was saying to him, like, what do you think of Stardew Valley? Like, what are your impressions of it as someone who's not played it? He was like, oh, it just seems very chill, very very wholesome. And I was like, did you know there's a war going on? He was like, what? In Stardew? I was like, yep. There's a war going on. Someone returns from war after the first year. And he was like, oh. I was telling him about like Shane, about like Marnie and Lewis, and he was like, what, in Stardew? He was like, is this mods? I was like, no, this is all base game. I think the bunnies are staying under there, so I'm going to go round to them. Do, 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 do. Oh no, I thought, is it a... Do you know, I got tricked into buying the same pair of trousers twice because they didn't send me... So I ordered a pair of trousers last night for my Halloween costume and did the order, was like pretty sure I'd done the order, but it was also like the last thing I did before bed, so I was like, I'm pretty sure I did it. And instead of sending me a confirmation email, the company sent me one of those, oh, you've left this item in your basket. Didn't you want to buy it? And I was like, wait, what? So I bought them again this morning, only to check and find out that they had put through, because I've got 2 different emails that are linked to my PayPal account. They'd sent the confirmation to one email that I never check, even though I hadn't put that down as my email. And then they sent the, you've left this item, to the other one that I do check. So I was like, oh, so now I've bought 2. And they've not sent me a confirmation email for the second time, so I can't cancel it. I'm just like, I don't need 2 pairs of these trousers. They're very specific to a costume. So I might have to wait for them to arrive. And then, oh look, I am the shadow. I am the night. I can't laugh too much unless I feel, oh no. That is not good. What if you end up really liking them? Well, I have actually bought these trousers before, funnily enough, as a pair of actual trousers. But they broke really quickly because they're not very good. So I ended up tearing them up, and I did actually use them for my costume last year. So technically this is the 3rd time I've bought these trousers that aren't even particularly good trousers. Bad pants. No, Hadza, that's not the well. It was a well. Well. And I was also thinking, because so many people have said, were they at least cheap? No. Well, no, they weren't. So hopefully I can return at least one of them. Or I'll see if I can cancel one. Fingers crossed. Dear oh dear, it's turning into an expensive Halloween. Well, going Welsh again. Not like Anhu. I'm so... Oh no, I felt mean as soon as I said it. I was like, oh. I'm so Pavloved with well. I look at the clock when I heard that. Oh. Oh, Gerry, no. Oh, he snuff onto Fifi. Trying to think of Halloween characters with specific trousers. Because so many people have linked me to Worm on the String Halloween costumes, I am tempted to just buy, because I don't know how to actually make things, but I'm very tempted to just buy the material and then just stream an attempt? ? Oh, look at him holding her face. Oh no, I see both of his hands now. I thought they were either side of her. My favourite joke about Pavlov is Pavlov goes into a bar. Oh no, Pavlov is sat at the bar and he's having a nice drink and he's sat there all relaxed. And then the barman rings for last orders and he goes, Damn it, I didn't feed the dogs. Da 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 da. Jokes. You don't know how to make things. Or the grass dunes are light. I mean, I've bodged my way through them. Hodgepodged. I'm proud to take a tablet when I play A&Q with my friends, but I don't need the tablet anymore. Oh, you should buy yourself some. Hello, Sambad. Oh, look at him getting the kisses. Oh, I was hoping she was going to do stretchy toes then. No. Hello, Sambad. Hello, Frayne. How are you both doing? I swear they've been a lot more kissy recently. Like, they both just seem very smushy. And when I say recently, I mean like the last year. It's nice. I remember when we had Gerry and Genevieve, and it was just like such a rare thing that we really saw them cuddled. Whereas these two are just so smushy. It's nice. He wants more. Look at him. Kiki. Oh, that emote reminds me. Kirsty has released a t-shirt of tabs. It's like a tarot style one that says the boy, and it's got lovely taboo on. That's on her fourth wall that she's just opened. So if you want a lovely t-shirt of the boy, well, she has a jumper and it's a long sleeve t-shirt. It looks very cozy. Looks very cozy. Then yeah, go get. I have no friggin' money, oh no. One day more. A baba day and a bababadi. I wrote to Fourth Wall this morning, actually. I sent one of them a message, the one who had contacted me first, and just said, I know this is probably impossible. Coding-wise, I imagine it would be an absolute nightmare. But as a few of us yoglets are going to be opening Fourth Wall stores now, would it be possible to have like a network thing so that all of the post and packaging Robert Patterson is shared? Because I imagine, like, I'm worried it's going to put people off if they're like, I want this from, you know, like Zoe, and I want this from Becky, but I have to pay the packaging twice. So I was like, is it possible if we could all just like, if it's all print on demand, could it just be so that you can get things from multiple stores? ? I imagine they say no, but at least I've asked. But I thought if there was just like a few of us who could link together, maybe it could be nice. Gerry agrees. Fifi is waiting very patiently. Can use code broccoli to get 0% off. Well, actually now I can actually have promotional codes. Because There's no way to become their contact person, thus you having to be the manager. I would do that. I'll be manager. They were smart, yeah, it could work like Redbubble or similar. I don't think it's like that. As far as I know, you just have to did I will again? Well, yeah, I think you have to just treat them all like separate stores. Whereas I thought it would be nice if we could just all, because I was thinking like, oh, should I pitch it that I, run the store for a few, look at that. The tussle for kisses. Oh my gosh, Gerry's pushed himself right in there. Look at him. Cozy boy. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think it is differently. Kirsty, I was just talking about you. Hello. It's the reason you moved. So there'll still be stuff up on the Yog store, but they're stopping doing print on demand. It's moving to crowd-crafted thing. Crowd-crafted thing. So the things that were print on demand got taken down. And that's why a lot of us are just like popping them up on different ones. I mean, Boba's had her own, what is it, Teespring for a while. So she moved to another one and then moved back to Teespring, but I can't remember. Whereas Fourth Wall seems nice. I mean, I've not had any problems with this so far. Oh, Redbubble for a bit. The way the shadow is just falling across his face. I feel like this is Jerry's heel turn or something. Fifi? I should go get your treat, shouldn't I? Hello? When you first announced the move, I thought it meant... Oh, no, I'm not leaving. So we will still have... Oh, Fifi, please don't nibble my feet. We will still have things that are like group things and maybe crowd-crafted things like the puzzle and stuff. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the previous things will be up on. And also it does mean that I was saying to I have moved the sofa. We realised that the radiator was essentially just blocked by the sofa. So hang on, let me zoom out. So now it's just all enclosed. The only problem is Fifi keeps on going on the back of the sofa, and I'm so scared she's going to fall off of it one day. She doesn't seem as fussed about this and keeps trying to fall off. But yeah. What is it? Oh yeah, so there are benefits to having my own one. So for instance, if someone was like, I really like this t-shirt design, but I don't like blue. Could you chuck it on white or something? Then I could just be like, yeah, and just do it as a one-off. And then that person could get it on white. And then I could just be like, okay. So there is a bit more freedom to it. Well, not freedom, but just like instantaneous. Look at her little nose. A baby. She is a baby. It's good that you decided what you want to do through Printful as well. A beanie hat with hay. Do you know, I was looking at the beanie hats. And I was looking at I think you are limited with the colours that they're doing the embroidery. Because I tried putting the emotes on them and some of them looked very red instead of brown. She's not on the table, she's up on the sofa. She was just snuffling her snoot. Hello, Ted, how you doing? Yeah, I was mucking around looking at worm hat. Oh. Is she charging binkies? She did the head move. I do worry that one day she is just going to binky off the back of the sofa. Because she binkied over the fence once. I don't think she has much control over what she's doing when she's binkying. It's just like a little jump for joy. Hello. What are you doing? Fifi? I don't know, Jerry. I don't know. I've been practicing images in embroidery and thread colours are the main issue. Yeah, oh yeah, treat time. Right. I keep standing up too quickly and then going fizzy. So I need to... Are you going to start licking the table again? Oh no, I didn't get banana. I completely forgot. I started washing their coriander for a treat today. And as soon as I opened the fridge, I was like, Arnold's going to kick off. I forgot to get banana. There it is. Oh no. Oh no. Dee-doo, dee-doo. Gerry! Flip, 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 flip. Let me move. Oh. What? There you go. Are Skittles an acceptable breakfast? Put them in porridge? Put them in a bowl and pour milk on them? Well done, bunnies. Oh. Well done, Fifi. Fifi, there's a tiny, teeny bit there. There you go. Good morning, Guy. Morning, Delta. Look at our long arms. Fifi away. I'm tempted to get oh, she's off to chew the castle. Let me see if I can find the boy again. I have a feeling he's gone back under the table. Oh no, he's there. What are you doing? What are you up to, baby boy? He still hasn't worked out that when he digs the blanket, he pulls it away from the floor, and then he peeks over and he's like, oh, the floor's exposed. And I'm like, you did that, my love. But he still just does it. There he goes. He's like, oh, bare floor here now. I tried to add up this morning, failed, and we'll try next week. Rat roll. Where's he going? Hello. Oh, he sometimes falls over when he does this. It worries me every time. I'm like, Gerry, you're not baby anymore. He tries to look up at the top of the sofa and he gets so distracted that he falls over backwards. I'm just worried he's going to hurt his back. Look at him. Fifi's doing more castle renovations, you can hear. So next week oh my gosh. Oh, Gerry. No, Gerry, you've got, stop it. You've got sofa in your mouth. You little pickle. What a naughty boy. Just stopped yawning. Embrace anarchy. He's a naughty boy. Oh yeah, well, I was talking about worm costume, wasn't I? Yeah, so I might just get like a big thing of like fluffy material and see what I can do. See how it goes. If I can actually make something of it. I can't work out how they do it. And I'm guessing it's not really something that people put patterns up for very often. So I'd have to just figure it out as I went along. Also, would you have to stuff the tail? Oh. There he is, back on his shelf. Thinking one big worm. Well, I was I was talking about next week. Next week, I might have some whatchamacallit, some sponsored streams, just so you know. Just so you know. Which would be nice. I mean, for me. But hopefully it'll be games that people enjoy as well. Look at this baby. Did you hear Edge is going to play... Oh, I've not seen any of the Percy Jackson films. I've not... Has anyone ever offered to sponsor the bunny streams? Sadly, no. Imagine if I could just be sponsored by Haybox, and then that would save me buying them big boxes of hay every month. Big coriander, yeah. I got an email from one company saying, we would like to sponsor you. But it was a company it's a food company and they don't have any vegan options. So I was like, I can't do this because I am vegan. And then they replied being like, oh, that makes sense. P.S. Did you actually check if there were vegan options? And I was like, yes, why else would I have said no? I was like, did you? Dear oh dear. But then I did find another company that does the same thing, but it's vegan. And I messaged them. It turns out they had like a partnership tab on their website. So I messaged them and was just like, I just turned down a non-vegan version of this. So I wondered if you as vegans would like to offer me. I don't think they're going to go for it. But you know, you don't try, you don't get. Gotta be in it to win it. Other such motivational phrases. But yeah, I want food. That's my main thing. I would like food. Please. Hello. I just want food. You interested in sponsoring my business, KFC? No. One food, please. That's my secret. I'm always hungry. Gerry? I mean, to be fair, I have reached out to 3 different companies that have those sorts of pages on their whatchamacallit, on their websites, and it's never worked. But you never know. Have you tried Squeak Vegan? I've tried Squeaky Bean. Oh my gosh, Squeaky Bean pastrami is nom 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 nom. It's so good. Sometimes I will just open packets in the fridge and then stand there eating it. No, they never got back to me. Yeah. But maybe one day. Hello. Maybe one day I'll get food. It'll be a good day. Gerry boy. Alex is excited because he wants to have a chippy tea tonight. He wants to go to the chip shop, get a big old bag of chips, which I am down for. I'm happy for chip shop chips. I'm going to make myself hungry now. I bought some vegan bacon from a place in Bristol Pantry once. And it was really nice. I literally have no idea who sells it. Oh, that would have been... Was it like a big chunk that you had to cut up yourself? Gerry? Gerry, do you have regret? That would have been Soy Ahoy, who do still sell stuff. Oh my gosh, look at the little scamper. Our fish and chip shop is okay. As long as you just have to look at whether it says, like, we cook our chips in vegetable oil. And then it's usually fine. But our ones have our local one has a specific sign that says that it is vegan. It's just chips that they cook in there. Just chips. Yes, I found it. Yeah, oh, look at Gerry, I just came over to see you. He's like, oh, see ya. I remember that once. There was a time I was down at, where was I? Nuki? I think I was on holiday in Nuki, and I went to a chip shop and I was like, can I have chips and the veggie burger? And they were like, just so you know, we cook the veggie burger in beef dripping. And I was like, oh, just the chips then? And they were like, oh, no, we cook those in beef too. I was like, okay, I will go somewhere else. Gerry, what are you doing? Do you know what you're doing? Gerry away. You try that. Do you know, I've not seen that members video yet. I was very well, usually like veggie burgers will be like, the reason the Burger King ones were veggie for ages is because they cooked them in the microwave. So it was like cooked separately from everything else. But yeah, oh my gosh, Gerry. Maybe I should just sit on the sofa and see which side he wants to be. There's his bum. Dun 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 dun. The boy. There's the boy. What is he doing? Gerry? Trying to think of vegan brands you could pester. Maybe I should just spend a day pestering vegan brands. Phoebe is okay. She just came zooming over. I think she's off into the kitchen. Neither of them wants to sit still. Get sponsored by those expensive vegan chocolates. Oh my gosh. If I could be sponsored by Vegan Supermarket, I would be so happy. Oh, bye Kai. I hope it does arrive safely. Like I said, just contact them if it doesn't and they will replace it. Oh. Okay, which side is Gerry going to be? Is he coming back this way? Hello. Gerry surprise. Boop. Have you thought about another cooking stream? I want to do another baking stream. I want to do... Oh, you come around this way? I was thinking a worm-themed one. Jingle jam cooking. I don't know if we're going to do... I don't know. I honestly don't know any of the plans for Jingle Jam this year. I don't know if they're doing a cooking one. Because that was lovely. Doing that one with Kirsty, Kim and Brie. But I don't know if they'd want to get other people to do it this year. But to be honest, I was thinking if I'm not doing one, I might just... Because I've got to make... Because Alex and I are hoping to go back to our separate homes this year... I've got to make our Christmas dinner twice anyway, because I was going to make one for Alex to take back, and then I'll make one for when we have Christmas together. So I might just do a cooking stream of it anyway. Oh, Phoebe, that was a big flump. Have you got a sniff in there? I heard you sniff. Oh, what is that noise? Ah. Nizumi, thank you very much for the donation. That's very kind of you. Hi, I love your podcast and the buns. Have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely day too. Thank you. That is very kind of you. We have a few guests lined up for the podcast, hopefully. We've been pulling in all our favours. Bugging people left, right and centre. So hopefully we'll have a few more guest episodes. We're aiming to have at least one a month. So yeah, we'll see. You should mix it up for Christmas and visit each other's parents instead of your own. Oh no. Oh no. The bunnies will get their advent calendar. Zyla says he still hasn't had a dream, the pickle. And I refuse to let him make one up. Wait, what was I just saying? What was I talking? Oh, the advent calendar. I'd like there to be a mousy one. Every now and then I just post in the Yogs Discord and say, anyone want to join? Everyone's welcome. So hopefully, oh my gosh, sorry, rumbly tummy just went. Yes, heck yeah, yeah. So I'm waiting for. There's been two other. Oh my gosh, I'll post a link in the Discord later actually, because there was a really cute thing that came up from a shop called Twig and Nibble, who do really lovely bunny things, and they had these little bat-shaped bunny cookies. They're really sweet. But there's like two places so far that have posted their advent calendars. So I don't know whether to mix it up and get a different one, or whether to see if London Bunny Bakery do one, which is who I've got the last 2 years. First time from Atlas and second time I got it. So yeah, I don't know whether to stick with them or mix it up and get a different one, or I don't know. I don't know. Because I think one of them, which might be Twig and Nibble actually, was it's more like little pots that are filled with forage stuff. The heck is is Kirsty live? Should we do a Kirsty raid? Wait. Well. There we go. Summoned Hanson. Yeah, let's raid Kirsty. Doing such art. Oh, that's fully released now. Nice. Haven't raided Kirsty in a while. Tis true. Raiding Kirsty in big minute. Nice. So, a boop, 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 boop. Now Fifi has settled. Hello, my love. You finished with chaos for the time being. Everyone, thank you so much for coming and chilling and chatting. I will be back at 2 p.m. for a Rithian stream. That's about it. I think that's all I've got to say. Yeah, I think we're starting Ace Attorney again. Until then, oh, my throat's gone really dry. Until then, have a lovely day. I will see some of you later. The rest of you have fabulous weekends. Oh, and a reminder to sign up to Marbles. If you want to join in with the Marble, I say sweepstake. It's not a sweepstake. You just win a JPEG of a trophy. But yeah, sign up to Marbles. They'll be announcing the teams tomorrow, and then on the 21st will be the qualifiers. So yeah, woohoo, join in if you want to. See the announcements on the Discord. Well, unless you're Sienna and hate marbles. True. Take care, everyone. Have lovely weekends. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. A-boo-boo-boo-boo. A-boo-boo-boo-boo. A-boo-boo-boo. Fee-fee-fee-fee. Fee-fee-fee-fee-fee. We gone. Nice. Thank you, Rosabelle. Thank you, Ravena Nico. Bye-bye. A boop.